bosses run the NAP. Camouflage, they know the name. See the lights, it ain't a game. From the hustle to the TV screen. Getting money, baby, we living the dream. Indy Bosses.
Convo with CINO. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. It's Convo with Mr. CINO Show. Bring you the latest on the gossiping mo. Created, innovative, new opportunity. Reliable source to provide info like a news feed. Interviews up close and personal. With high topics, entertainment, and how you want it for more. Creative content on a whole different note. Motivating, building up our future with hope. Right here on your number one show. You hear it first, like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your number one show. Convo with CINO. You hear it first, here like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your number one show. Convo with CINO.
We're gonna take that. You think you are? That ain't my shirt out there. Yes. Take a bite while we doing that. Reality, it was there.
Welcome to another fire episode of Convo with CINO. This your man Corey Williams checking in, and today we got another hot show for you, episode number 46. Yeah, I know, right? 46. I'm getting old. But look, before we get started, y'all know what I need you to do. I need you to hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share this video because I'm telling you, we about to have some fun tonight. So, today I'm in my Club CINO mode, Club Shay Club CINO. Got a new environment, that I like. I like the swag. I like everything that's going on. But I want to introduce you to my guests. And I got a whole bunch of them today. But this one particular guest, first of all, Coach Trina and the whole crew. Hold on, y'all know I got to put my glasses on. I can't see nothing. I told you I'm getting old, right? But welcome to another powerful episode of Convo with CINO. This time we're spotlighting the movers and shakers behind the new reality series, Indy Bosses. These leaders are changing the game in fashion, home care, therapy, and entrepreneurship, all while building legacy, inspiring others, and keeping it real. Let's get into some boss talk, all right? So welcome to Convo with CINO, Coach Trina, Mr. CEO, Nicole, Danielle, and Dominique. Woo!
Just say twins, okay?
Twins, the twins, right? So they working me today, y'all, as y'all see. But again, welcome to the show, y'all.
Thank you.
Let's go. Yeah. So Convo with CINO meets the Indy Bosses, Coach Trina. So Coach Trina, we not strangers. Coach Trina and Mr. CEO, introduce yourselves.
Well, my name is Coach Trina. I am a home care consultant agency, and I am also the founder of Indy Bosses.
All right.
Mr. CEO, husband, and co-founder of Indy Bosses.
I'm Nicole, aka Nikki D. I have a boutique, so yeah, that's me.
And ladies, the twins.
Danielle and Dominique, and we have a home care agency as well.
Gotcha. So let's start with Coach Trina. What's up, Trina? How you been doing?
Good.
I know we feel like family. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? And shout out to you. You actually brought me down here to Indianapolis to host your gala. So, and that was amazing, by the way. That was
Thank
amazing. That was called, what was it? The Home Healthcare Gala?
Home Healthcare Gala.
Okay. And that was the first one, right?
Yes.
The first. Now you've had another one since then.
I had another one. It's the second one.
The second
That was
one.
the second one you came
Okay.
to.
Okay. Oh, that was the second one.
Yes.
Okay. And then so you had a
Third
third
one,
one?
yes.
Okay. She didn't invite me to the third one, y'all. She, you know. But no, I enjoyed it. It was a beautiful experience for me, just not really knowing about home care and to see all that Black excellence. I mean, just superstars, and it was star-studded. So I know that you had class. You know, class is not, you know, a stranger to you. So what made you do the gala and just really just highlight other people?
I just feel like in our community it's important to make sure we highlight the people that are, what they're doing in our community. So to allow the people to know that, hey, there's different, back then, you know, when I did the gala, it was home care agencies that were making a difference in the community. And I didn't want, you know, people to not know what we was doing in our community. So that's what made me do the gala. I wanted to put people on a platform for people to know that, hey, these people are making some noise in our community.
Yeah, and you're a coach too. I mean, so Coach Trina, so you actually coach people and help them start their own agencies,
Yes.
right? Is anybody, is you guys all
Absolutely.
students of the coach?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I asked because I know at the gala, you were open to anyone, right?
Yes.
Like so you ain't no hater.
No, I'm not a hater. I'm not a gatekeeper.
There no gatekeeping,
No,
no gatekeeping,
no.
no gatekeeping. So so that was amazing. And then actually, and thank you for coming back, because this is our second interview.
It is.
You know, I reached out to you, didn't know you, just seen you doing your thing on internet, and reached out. And one thing about you, you're always professional, always prompt, always on time, got me what I needed. And Mr. CEO, how you feel about just, you know, when Coach Trina ready to go somewhere like Jay-Z, you know, how you feel, man? Is she always rushing you?
Yeah, I just go. You know what I mean? I'm just go. I mean, no, she really don't rush me. We kind of like on the same speed when it comes to moving and grooving. You know, some people, you got the unbalanced, but we kind of balance when it comes to moving and grooving and doing things, events, PR and all that. We kind of just gel. Yeah. As I said before, peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and jam. You know.
Yeah, man. And I like how you guys do your thing. And before I even go any further, because you guys are the bosses, and here at Convo with CINO, we like to kind of highlight, bosses. And, who else better to, represent bosses than the Rick Ross himself, the biggest boss. So I wanted to give this to you guys. This is the Rick Ross edition, Richer Than I Ever Been, Rick Ross Bel Air edition. I wanted to give this to Coach Trina, your CEO, and make sure you share it with the Indy Bosses. It's too many of y'all for me to because this just a few of them, y'all. It's like a whole bunch more. It's one outside, one in the car, one on the way, one was late. I mean, so the bosses be bossing here, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Indy. So let's get into some other ladies. So Nicole,
Yes.
you have an interesting story, background. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes.
Welcome to the world of Convo with CINO. Prepare to be captivated by the electric energy of Convo with CINO. Get ready for exhilarating interviews that put the spotlight on visionary business owners and trailblazing entrepreneurs across the realms of finance, fashion, fitness, and beyond.
Yes. I'm Nicole. I think I'm the only one on the show that's not from Indianapolis, Indiana, or from Indiana in general. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I moved here. Yeah, my accent, I know it's strong. I try and mask it sometimes, but I moved here maybe about 4 years ago. Started a clothing business, an online clothing business called Nicole Boutique. And then from that business, I wanted to start a new one, and that's how I kind of got hooked up with Coach Trina. Went to one of her classes, and we kind of just clicked instantly. I mean, instantly that day. I mean, I think since that day, we kind of been inseparable, actually. It's so crazy. People actually think we're sisters when they see us, because we always together. But that's kind of my background. I started my home care. She helped me build it, and it's growing, and she's continuing to help me build and grow it. So very appreciative of her. That's a little bit about me.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, I read your story, and you like ABA, like you're very
Yeah.
education wise. You done a lot
Yes.
of
Well,
in
yeah, I've done a
education. Yeah,
lot.
you
Yeah,
pursued. Yeah.
from geriatric to PT, OT Tech, OTEA, um, the ABA with kids on the spectrum. Yeah, just
So you
a
got a
little
lot
bit.
of patience.
Yeah, I feel like that's how I know it's my calling, though.
Yeah.
Because everything I've ever done, every trade, college degree I've ever gotten has all been based and structured around helping someone. So that's
Gotcha.
why I felt like this definitely was my calling.
Gotcha. And you got the online clothes. I see you fly over there. So
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
spice it
Yeah,
up.
that's my
you
little
know?
extraness. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
that's my stuff I do for fun. That comes natural for me.
So I know you said you're excited about being a part of the Indy Bosses.
Yes.
What do you think you'll bring to the table that that'll make you different or stand out?
Well, first of all, style.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. I'm balanced because I'm a little different from everybody else because I grew up differently from everyone else. I just like to say
And
I'm
you
real.
got that. You got that New
I'm
Orleans
real.
accent.
I'm true. I'm gonna always give my honest opinion, whether you accept it or not. I think that's what's probably gonna make me stand out. I don't take sides, because there's a lot of women on this show, as you can see. So of course, a lot of catty things can happen, but that's just me naturally. I will never take a side. I'm always tell you if you're wrong, if you're right, no matter who you are. I love Coach Trina, but if she's wrong, I'll be like, Coach Trina, you're wrong. And I think that's what I'm gonna bring to the show. Like just holding everyone accountable for whatever goes on throughout the show.
Well, watch out, because there's a lot of pillows in here, so don't get to throwing no pillows because I'll be seeing them shows at I hope this ain't one of them shows. I don't know. We gonna see. We got the premiere coming up soon. So let me get into the twins over here. So who wants to go first? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I guess I gotta go because I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Okay.
How many
6
seconds?
minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on.
6 minutes. Your mama set that up so you can say that.
So I started, I did CNA when I was turned 18 with my mom. Like I said, my first best friend, then my second best friend. I got the business going. But I worked for a company for 22 and a half years, didn't feel appreciated. My days off, I had my laptop. PTO days, had my laptop. Left, resigned after 22 and a half years. Like I said, I'm still waiting on my gift that they promised me.
Yeah.
I felt very unappreciative, and I wanted to do my own thing, and I said I was going to do my own thing, and I hooked up with Coach Trina. I think I paid $25 for her first class to meet and greet, and she said, my prices is going up April 1st, so you better get in, get the prices now. So she said it's going to take me a week to do the first step, another week to do the second step, so I met with her. But when I was 22 and a half years that I did work for the company, I got my LPN. So I'm an LPN. I don't work as an LPN, but I do have that nursing background. I did CNA work since I was 18, like I said, worked at the doctor's office. I used to have 2 jobs. I was pregnant, going to do HHA, home health care stuff, and then going to the office to work. And then finally, I quit that home health day stuff after I had my baby, and then was able just to grow. I became the manager at that company. I was running 3 facilities. We was bringing in 3.5 million or more each month, and I was only bringing home 100,000 a year. So I felt like I just didn't, my worth wasn't there. Yeah. So I always prayed about doing my own business. My goal was in the beginning to do my own nursing home.
Okay.
But then I got my sister, met Trina, and we had talked about doing
the
home
Trina
health care.
first?
I did.
Okay.
I did. And then my sister met her later. But yeah, that's my story, 22 and a half years. And then I was able to quit. My sister did all the work for like the first year because I still stayed on because I wanted to get all my benefits from my 401.
Yeah, you better.
So I ended up quitting after that. And then we teamed up because she was doing all the clients at first on her own. So I'm very appreciative. So my thing is bring it to the show and be her security guard because I always got to watch over her first. Realness and, just showing that women can get along without being catty. I mean, there's probably going to be some catty women, but for the most part, we're all positive. We help each other. We help others in the community. And we just want to see people that there is positive people in Indiana doing their thing. So.
Man. That's up, man. I'm impressed. When you say I'm smiling because you said 22 years. I'm like, you look 22. I'm like, y'all look, what's in the water down here? And then Stacy over there, look, we the same. Only thing telling him that look great right there. I'm like, man, you looking like you about, he looking like he's about 25, man. Trina, man, I need to, y'all got any more applications for this boss thing?
Come on down.
Man. So what's up, sister? I could tell y'all apart because y'all got different the tattoos. There you go. Okay. So go ahead.
I'm Dominique. Like she said, we have been in business together. Our home care is called Touch by Two because, of course, it's two of us.
Okay.
But again, I was also in the healthcare field. I started as a CNA at 18, went to home health aide. I actually was working for a black lady when I was 18 doing home health aide, and she would always say, you have that caring spirit. You should start your own home care. And I said, I don't want to do that. Never in a million years would I thought that at this age that I would be doing what I was doing. And then, of course, we came along. So then I ended up going. I went to get my OTA. I'm an occupational therapist assistant. Never did nothing with that. And then I worked in the office. I went to do phlebotomy, so I liked that. So I was an office manager for about 5 years in the phlebotomy world. And then Danielle came home and said, I got somebody that is going to help us with our home care. Because if she wanted the nurse home, I said, no, that's too much liability. Let's start small and then work our way up. So she came home. She said, I met Coach Trina. I'm like, oh, really? So then things start happening. Trina ain't no joke, honey. We could call her any time of the day, and she's answering that phone, answering questions. She was really helpful, and then just to be around positive women is a blessing, a big blessing.
Man, that's awesome. Y'all really touching my heart here. Which one of y'all said y'all got the red demon got everything? She said, I got everything I want in life.
Welcome. I'm Corey S. Williams, an executive director at Legal Shield, dedicated to providing families and businesses with affordable access to the expertise of attorneys. But my journey doesn't stop at just legal services. I'm here to empower individuals, transform lives, and shape futures. Get access to a nationwide network of law firms for only $29 a month for you and your family. Go to www.cinolc.com and click Legal Services to sign up today.
I said I only wanted 5 kids because my mom had 5 kids.
Yeah.
But they only had 3. But yeah, you know he do the little thing when you a kid, say what you gonna be, what kind of car you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many kids you want, what kind of job you want. So I always wanted to be a nurse. Even though I waited till I was 34 to go be a nurse, I still completed that. So I got married, didn't work. But I was married. I said, I got extra income, so let me go ahead and do my nursing. So I did that at 34. But yeah, everything I said, had my kids. Said I wanted a BMW, the red one.
My
sister got
the
purple.
One. She got the red and purple. Hey, they doing it, y'all. They doing it. Woo, man. And one more thing about you guys, you really had a lot of love for your parents. You spoke, very highly.
You're going to make me cry.
Yeah, go ahead. I need the ratings. I need the ratings.
They're still together. Together and still loving us. They support us in every way, whether it's watching the kids for us. They're just there. And that's, you don't see too many black families still married. They've been together, 40?
45.
We're 46, so.
45 years. Yeah. They've been married 45. And I think they were together for 47 because they were together 2 years prior.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're still our biggest fans,
Yes.
especially my dad.
I live across the street from them, so I see him.
Oh, Lord.
I live right across the street.
How you gonna have a man? You married?
No.
How you gonna be sneaking in, daddy over there peeking through the window?
He ain't worried. Listen, daddy gonna get them together before they sneak in, so they know the deal. Daddy has a talk, and he gonna tell you if he like you or not.
Daddy probably
So
he probably got the video key. He probably be at home. He probably be at home watching.
He mind his business.
My dad pick up on the no good dudes.
tell
My
you.
mom pick up on the no good friends. She'll say in a minute, she really not your friend. And the ones that she said wasn't really not our friends have not really been our friends. And the men that my dad said was no good haven't been no good. So they pick up on different traits.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, Coach Trina, what can we expect from this show, the Indy Bosses? What is it about? What's the premise of it? I mean, is it, because I know you and Yandy are cool. You've been hanging out and, shout out to Yandy. So what's the show about?
So the show is about entrepreneurs that's basically making a difference in our community. And one of the things I wanted to make sure that we show the world that, Indianapolis is not asleep. We are awoke. We're making some noise
for sure.
in Indianapolis, and I
Absolutely.
needed the world to know what we're doing. So I'm gonna go back. I invited Yandy to my conference in February.
Yeah.
And when we met, me and my husband met Yandy, and we just clicked. Yandy Mandisi, we just really clicked. And I shared with Yandy about the show, what I was trying to do. And what I love about her, she's not a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, I don't keep nothing. I want to share with everybody. And when I shared her my show, she like literally picked up her phone, was giving me on the phone, FaceTiming folks, was like, hey, I met Coach Trina. She's doing this down here, and she's trying to do a reality TV show. So when you have type of people like that around you, and that's your heart and that's what you do, we just clicked. You know what I'm saying? So I call her sis. She called me sis. I'll call and check on her. She might pick up the phone and be like, Trina, what y'all doing? Like, that's just the type of person that she is. And I thank God that she was able to open some doors for us to make sure that we had an episode that we have. So just excited about where Indy Bosses is going. And we're like, when I say we're going, we're going. And I'm just can't wait for a year from now just to see where God is going to take us.
Yeah, yeah. So how you feel about it, Mr. CEO? I mean, how you feel about? I mean, let me ask you this: as a man and successful, did you ever think something like this would happen, like to you?
No, not the reality show. Because
I mean, even just the home healthcare success, because I know that's.
You know what? That really wasn't the plan at first. The home care really wasn't the plan. It was more of Beads waiver, which is like dealing with people with intellectual disabilities. So they was kind of putting roadblocks in it. So Trina had met up with a person that was a friend and told her about it. And then she had already been in that type of field for years. So we ended up going into the home care because she was working at a job. And she would come home complaining, tell me, yeah, the girls in there saying I'm working on my business and such. So, make a long story short, they let her go, and then that's how the ball came rolling. So I think God already had it like in play, even from us meeting, because we kind of got like the same entrepreneurial spirit. You know what I mean? I've always had different businesses. She always had different businesses. So we kind of gelled because you have some couples that you got the ones that. I'm like, oh, what are you trying to do? You know what I mean? I'm the man. You know what I mean? What are you trying to, you supposed to be down there. Now, that's not how this works. You know what I mean? I'm type of flow, that was always $1 million question for a lot of females. So how do you feel about her success? I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I got everything I want, you know what I mean? But, some people don't like that. You know what I mean? They don't like to see people, not even in relationships, a lot of people don't want to see people prosper. Yeah. So, with us, like I said, it was just like, we just gelled when it came to that, and I just, go with the flow. Now I've, agree to disagree on some things, but, pretty much we kind of just figure it out. We figure it out and keep it moving. I think that's what makes us successful versus, being a magnet and we pushing them away from each other. We might push a little bit, but then it's like, what, okay, I see. Yeah. Or she'll be able to be like, oh, I see what you're saying. It might take her a couple of days. It might take her a week. It might take her a month, but eventually, and then if it don't work out the way she did, I'll be like, I told you so. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. So, I think once we got that established, I think that's how we became successful and was able to help other people, like over, 200 people, be successful in the field of, home care or whatever they decide to get into, group homes, transportation, medical transportation. She's, we were like a one-stop shop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whatever your heart desires, you know what I mean? If that's what you really want, because everybody's heart's not in it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, it's the glitz and glamour. You got the girls out there on Facebook, or whatever, showing things that, the rappers have and all that. And then I'm looking like, I don't really have nothing. I'm working a 9 to 5, making $2,500 a month. And now I'm looking like, she riding a Lambo truck. I want to go help somebody. But then you just put somebody in there. They're not taking care of the people. They're not in the homes. You know what I mean? You're doing a disservice to the community, when you do that. So I think, we hope that people that we did help that are successful are actually, their heart's in it.
Yeah.
You know, to take care of the community, because that's what the whole program was designed for, to keep people in their homes versus having to be put in nursing homes, because, you know, the probability of you living longer in a nursing home after you've been in your house for 50 years is little to none. You know, my uncle, he had dementia, and we would take him to a facility when my aunt had to go out of town. Well, we obviously knew that they wasn't doing that with him because, you know, with dementia, a lot of times you lose a lot of your motor skills. Well, he come home, he couldn't walk. So they had to carry him into the house. Like, why? Because you never did anything with him when you just set him there. You just set him there, fed him, or, you know, if he said he didn't want to eat, okay, I ain't messing with him, I'm going to go to the next person. So I think that's why the whole home care is a good thing for the community, where people, elderly people, can actually stay into their homes.
Right. So that's the home care. So the reality show. How you feel about it? How you feel about it?
If you're looking to advertise, sponsor, or be a guest on Convo with CINO to talk about your business or event, or you have a powerful story or testimony, email info@convowithcino.com or visit www.convowithcino.com.
How you feel? I mean, knowing the stigma, I guess, of reality shows.
Well,
what?
You know,
How you feel?
Reality show is every day for us. You know what I mean? Because there's so many. We move like an army. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, y'all like the mob.
You know what I mean? We move as a mob. You know what I mean? If you see, you know, you might see me and Trina, and then there's like 15 other people behind us. So, and then within that inner circle, the reality show is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The story's already written. You know what I mean? You got this person, you know, such, they feel some type of way. So I think it's exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's real exciting for the city. I think it's exciting for, you know, just the community, and actually putting Indiana on the map. You know, you see Chicago, you see LA, you see New York, you see California, but what's Indiana?
Yeah.
It's more than corn in Indiana, you know what I mean? It's a
for
basketball
sure.
state. Like, what's his name, Paul Pierce said, you know, if everybody hangs out at Steak and Shake and then goes to the game, but that's not true. You know what I mean? There's other things to do here. You chose to go to Steak and Shake and get you a burger and come back because you're scared to move around the city. Because, you know, this city ain't like, you know, it's a little dangerous when it comes to certain things. So I think we're able to show what Indiana has to offer. We got a lot of successful people here, a lot of black women, a lot of black men, you know, that are doing things in the community that a lot of people don't know about. You know what I mean? So, you know, everybody wants to run off. And what's the two main things they want to go? They want to go Atlanta. They want to go to Houston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why can't you be successful here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why you got to go there?
Hook up with
you know
Coach Trina. Hey, you can do it.
Coach Trina. But
That's why I'm here.
I think it's exciting. The show is going to be exciting. You know, I can't wait for everybody to see the premiere. It was exciting. At first, it was just like she just kind of manifested. It was just like, when she told me about it, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Because it's always something, you know. Okay. So then when it started manifesting, I think it took everybody for a loop because it grasped so fast. I think it came too fast for some people. For us, you know what I mean? It was like, okay, here comes Yandy, here comes this, here comes that. Next thing you know, we got an episode. Wait a minute, this not supposed to happen that fast. You know what I mean? It wasn't, you know what I mean? And you have to see the project. The project is it's perfect. And it's like on your first try in a 7-day span with two cameramen and one writer. You know, shout out to Kim Osorio, that was originally with Source Magazine and Benzino and all that. So she's actually our creative writer. She was able to create a story by just talking to each individual and coming up with a story that everybody can relate to. You know, I mean, everybody can relate to different things that's going to happen in this first episode, from me and her in the kitchen to whoever in relationship-wise. Somebody that's going to sit in that audience is going to be able to say, you know what, I've been there. I did that. You know what I mean? This is Indiana. I thought they ain't do nothing but watch basketball. You know what I mean?
So one of the things Yandy Smith said, she said, when I first watched the episode, she said, I got emotional. She said, I cried, I laughed. She was like, you have different emotions when you see this episode. And so her and Mendici, she was just like, I love what y'all doing. I want to support what y'all doing. So she became an executive producer on our show just from, just being there. She was there when we was filming. She just seen all kind of stuff. And she called me on the phone, kept saying like, listen, you got a reality show. Like, she was like, you got a reality show. And I know my friends, this is reality. This is life. You know what I'm saying? You have situations, you have bosses, you have people that's making a difference in the community, but at the same time, we still have lives. We still have things that are going on in our lives that people need to see that this is reality, but at the end of the day, they still bosses. They still go into their own business. They're making things happen in our community. So these are the things that I wanted, people to see. And when God gave it to me a year ago, it's funny because Nicole sent me a video. She said, friend, a year ago, you announced that you was going to do a reality TV show right here at the same place.
Wow.
And I was just like, it just brought back memories. And I started getting teary-eyed, like, dang, a year later, here we are on our first episode, a year later.
Wow.
And you know it had to be God. It had to be ordered by him because he put everything in place. You couldn't tell me I would have met Yandy. You couldn't tell me she was to be an executive producer of my show a year ago. You couldn't have told me that. But when God orchestrates something, he put it all in place for you by being obedient.
Come on now. Come on now.
Convo with CINO would like to thank Midwest Custom Print specializes in helping small businesses and corporations' digital and print branding come to life. www.midwestcustomprint.com. You think it, we create it.
Woo! Man, y'all got me fired up. I'm ready to move to Indy, man. I'm right up the street, man, but I'm ready to come to Indy. So shout out, tell us shout out to the other bosses that's not here. I know there's just a few. So who else do you have on the show?
So our main characters, you have the twins, Danielle, Dominique. You have Tanya, Tamara, Cody, King Kobe, Kayla, Tamika. Tamika's from Fort Wayne, and then you have. We have so many other supporting cast members. So you have Nicole, you have Summer, Ange, Jasper, Ashlyn. So it's like 19 of us.
19,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
So you can't forget. I got to shout out my
Superstar,
brother-in-law.
I'm sorry, Superstar, my
You
brother.
got to shout out Superstar.
And Candy, Miss Candy.
It's a few. It's a few that's
it's a lot of them.
placed into the mix as the story goes on, or as the filming and episodes.
So how long is the first show? 30 minutes?
45 minutes.
45? Okay.
Yes.
And where can we catch it at?
So right now we're still shopping around.
Okay.
After September the 17th, we will end up posting it somewhere. They're working on the details of it right now.
Okay. So what was like? I'm gonna ask all you guys. We'll start with the twin. What was a memorable time on the show for you? Like something that just stood out while filming? What did you take? Whether it was fun, emotional. Give us a little sneak peek. The combo scene.
The most memorable scene is gonna be in the kitchen.
That's what you can give them.
It was fun. We had a good time.
In the kitchen. Okay,
Yes,
so
in the
watch the kitchen scene.
Yes.
Okay, and anything because like you said, Yandy said that he was emotional, it was heartfelt, anything that kind of touched you?
No,
not sensitive.
Not yet.
Not yet?
I'm just
Okay.
proud of her. Like she said, she spoke about it and it's here now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and to be a part of something that, I didn't know I was going to be a part of it, so it's just like, I'm proud of her. I know she's capable of doing what she said she's going to do. And like she said, God put everything in place. It happened everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
So it's a reason why we're doing this.
got you. What about you? Any memorable moments?
Same scene.
The kitchen?
The kitchen. The kitchen and chairs and fruit. Just put it like that.
Okay. Nicole, what about you? Any memorable? Besides the kitchen, any other memorable moments?
There's a lot of memories.
what
It's gonna be
stood out?
good.
What stood out to you?
I don't want to spoil anything. It's gonna be good.
Okay.
That's probably that kitchen scene is probably, What I can say is it's real though. It's literally like Coach Trina said. They were like the original cast, so I kind of came in on the second audition, right?
Okay.
So in the beginning, I kind of was just a fill-in. So I was just sitting there and tuning in while they were filming. And when I say real, like I was like, oh, I'm seeing this live in action. I have front row seat real, So
Okay.
I'm telling you, you're really going to be intrigued. You're going to be into it. It's good. It's good.
Any do it about? I mean, do y'all agree the kitchen? I mean, we still in the
I don't
kitchen.
agree. Well, they can agree to the kitchen because that was like.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm glad you here, man. That's my boy, man. I'm glad you here, man.
It was a good scene, but to me, the most memorable scene for me that I've seen the scene over and over and over is with the cast members Tanya and Ralph in the green room. They haven't seen it yet. And that is them. I'm talking about it was no acting. That was them, and that's what they do, and that's what they did over the years. And once they see it, they'll be like, oh, okay. Now, the scene in which they was saying Tanya, that's really her. You know what I mean? But when
At the kitchen scene too?
Huh?
The kitchen scene too with Tanya?
Yeah, that's really her.
Oh yeah,
I know
absolutely.
when the kid was like, wait a minute. What? She's like, no. I'm like, she didn't make that. That's her. Yeah. You know what I mean? But this scene with him, her, and Superstar is hands down to me out of the whole first episode. The realest, the most. I've seen it before. I mean,
but see, we haven't seen that yet, so you know what I'm saying. We haven't. It's gonna be. It's gonna be surprising.
That's one of the realest scenes. Now, the funnier scenes was the kitchen. Yeah. What they call it the kitchen was really the dining room setting. Yeah. But like with me and Trina in the kitchen, they haven't seen it yet. It's funny. You know, I mean, it's funny to me. It's not funny to her.
Oh snap!
Oh, it's some different. It's some different.
Yeah, because it was like cut. Now you can't say that, but they didn't cut. They didn't fit in anyway. So I don't think she finds it too much funny, but everybody else.
I can't wait.
I should have interviewed y'all after the premiere. I need the tea.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why you need to make sure you be tuned in.
I got you. I'm tuning in. What about you, Trina? Any?
I would say it was some emotional parts in the episode that, touched my heart. And then also, the kitchen scene is one of the best scenes because we love that scene and what was going on. It's funny because I reached out to the chef, was like, hey, like you got to see this, you know what I'm saying? Because we had a chef in the scene, a very, very known chef. So it's just really, when we sat home and looked at it, me and Mr. CEO watched it over and over. We watched the episode over and over and over again. And I'll like turn around like, hey, like we really got a reality TV show. Like we really got a episode that's completed. Like, I mean, we spent a lot of money into this. When you see it, it ain't no homemaking video. It's going to be like more like MTV. Like, I mean, it looks great. And I just, one of my girls called me. She seen the trailer. She's like, pat yourself on the back. Say you did a great job in this. So, to me, it's very emotional that we spent a lot of money and we bringing something to the film that, that's going to make a difference in our community. So, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, come on. We got clapping up for that, man.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
I'm happy for
I am too. I get teary-eyed too because I'm like, you just never would have thought, like after working for people all your life, struggling, going home tired, not having enough me time for you, for your family. It's just a blessing. Very unappreciative. Very, very unappreciative. And I was telling her, our first year, she made more than she made at the company after 22 years. And that was 6 months of our time of working. Our first 6 months, because we got our first client in May. So that last 6 months, we took off. And now it's just a blessing. Like I just feel like we're just a people person. We're positive. We actually love what we do. Like our clients are our family. One of our clients will be at the gala. We took him yesterday to get fitted for a suit, paid for a suit. He'll be there in attendance, dressed like everybody else.
Lucky said when he took him, he told him, they're my second family.
So he's always with us. We always got him on the scene with us. He's with us all the time.
He took a picture with Yandy and Trina. He was
and
like,
he enjoyed it.
Yes.
He's looking for one of the girls in the group.
I see some.
No, not you. She's taking.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. So who you married? So you married?
Engaged.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does your fiance feel about the show?
He's pretty cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Mr. CEO said, we kind of run in packs, so he's familiar with everything and everyone in the group. He's good friends with Mr. CEO, so Yes.
We got newfound brothers and sisters, I
Yeah.
swear.
We all family. We all
Everybody.
You literally all
Yes.
family.
Yes.
We're all family.
When you see Trina, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see us.
Yeah.
So where does this show rank like in reality shows? I know you said more business. Is it more like, I guess like, cause you see the love and hip hop. You got the what else, like what did you base this off of? Like what was your vision or goal to or foundation of this?
I based it off of here. I
Okay.
didn't base it off another reality TV show because I feel like nobody's bringing what we're bringing. When it comes to the entrepreneur, we're bringing entrepreneur. We also bring in drama. Don't get it twisted. There's some drama in this reality show, but also we're bringing, Naptown, Indianapolis to the screen. And I feel like, one thing about us is that we don't have to leave our own town to be celebrities. We can be celebrities in our own town. You got people that have to leave here, go to Chicago, go to Atlanta, go to California to be celebrities. No, we're going to be celebrities in our own city. And I just feel like we're just bringing something different. Nobody, and it's crazy because even when I in home care, I said nobody doing what I'm doing, and I feel like nobody's going to bring what we bring to the screen at the end of the day.
Yeah. And speaking of celebrity, and this is my last question, we could kind of wrap up, but what do you guys feel about, like, I guess, the newfound celebrity, or, or how do you think you're going to react to that? Like, oh, this, when you out in public. And,
I was already a celebrity.
I know.
Myself. I'm gonna still be down.
So we always all people because they always say they ain't seen grown twins. So it's like, oh, they twins.
So yeah,
But
we've
yes,
always
so-
got people show us love that don't know us. So it's nothing different. I'm still gonna be the same lovable person. I love to take pictures. I'll be in your picture. I'll be whatever you need me to do. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no different. None of us is stuck up, and that's what I like. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Because, anywhere we go, anybody will tell you, any club owner will tell you, if we come, we bring in, you're going to pack your house out. You know what I mean? Even prior to the show, we're going to pack the house out. So it's not going to be too different for us because everybody kind of gels to us anyway.
And then I always had that, I'm marketing like crazy, so everybody already knew, who Mr. CEO was, because we on billboard buses, so everybody already knew that. But the craziest thing was in the mall one day, and the girl was like, that's Coach Trina. And I'm looking like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just as human as everybody else. Right. But Babe was like, so we walked down the little thing a little more, and they was like, hey, that's Coach Trina. We was looking like, hi.
She get mad when I come. I said, so you're a ghetto celebrity now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They be asking for autographs already. I'm like, I'll give you my autograph.
Right.
And then,
I know that we going, like Trina said, we going somewhere.
Yeah.
and I think, Trina is more like a superhero in the community with, especially the younger generation, especially with females. You're looking at somebody that's created multi-millionaires. You know what I mean? It's not like they're out here, okay, well, you got your job, you making $20,000. No, you're making $20,000 a week. You know what I mean? So they look at that and they're like, wow. Or 2 days, you know what I mean? So she's created a lot of millionaires. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times they look up to that more than the celebrity status. Like, wow, she done created this, in our community. Some people don't like it. A lot of people don't like it because they gatekeepers. A lot of females that was already in it, they didn't want nobody else in it because they feel like if somebody else gets in it, then we're not going to make as much money. But there's money for everybody, just like cutting grass or cutting hair. You can't cut. You'll never cut enough grass. You'll never cut enough hair. You'll never take care of enough people because people are getting older and they start getting, whatever kind of disease or motor skills go out. They're going to need help. So it's something for everybody, but it's our community. Or I guess us as black people, we try to gatekeep. When and then we'll get jealous of the beauty supply because they got this, got that. Yeah, but they're going together. They're calling all of us and saying, hey, look, let's go to this warehouse and let's get 20 boxes or 20,000 boxes of this. We're not going to do that. We're going to go come on, Trina, let's go get 2 boxes. And we're the only one the city's going to have it. And then they got to come with us and we're going to double charge them. You know what I mean? Instead of this, you're going to make the same amount of money. Yeah. You know what I mean? So now we got 20,000. Now we can lower the price. We can sell more. But our community don't look at it that way. We look at it as, now, I want to look better than you. I want to have the Lambo. I want to have the old school. I want you in your little raggedy car. I don't want to give you, the game of whatever, You know, because a lot of people be shocked when she'll be like, oh, yes, they be like, wow, I didn't think you was going to tell me, you know, because some people ain't going to tell you. Yeah, I've been around people that was successful, and you ask them about it, I mean, best of friends, and they're not going to, they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Hey, man, I didn't sit down with you. So, yeah, okay, that's all they're going to tell you. They're not going to sit down and tell you anything.
Transform your financial future with creating innovative new opportunities and solutions. CINOs. Specializing in credit repair, we're your ally in enhancing your credit profile and unlocking new possibilities. At CINOs, we understand the intricacies of credit scores and offer expert guidance to rebuild and improve yours. Our dedicated team provides personalized strategies, helping you navigate and overcome credit challenges. Beyond credit repair, we offer business funding, trade line services, LLC setup, and more. But it all starts with a solid credit foundation. Take the first step towards financial empowerment with CINOs. Contact us today and start your journey to a better credit score.
And it's crazy, we was at my house last week. I said, we should all like buy some land and build our homes on the land. Folks don't want to think like that. We thinking like, I don't want to live next door to her, but these other, you know, people, they do it all day long. Why can't we think like that? Why can't we all put money in, go buy land and build on our houses ourselves? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to be funny. We at each other's house probably 3 times a week, so why not have houses next to each other?
Yeah. I need somebody that cook.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
You know, like the celebrities, Rick Ross, they give you a video, he's not teaching you nothing. You know what I mean? You can sit there and you got you sitting there like, hey, he's going to teach me the game. He ain't teach you nothing. What'd you learn? You learned how many cars he got? How many, you know, or not just him, just all of them. They're not teaching you anything. When you go to these things, you have these Shark Tank people come in town. You go there, spend $1,000 and ain't learn nothing you couldn't learn on YouTube. They're only going to give you so much. They're going to gatekeep. They're going to get your money because that's their game. Now, that's how they're making their money. I'm going to get 1,000 for you, 1,000 for you, 1,000 for you, 1,000 for her. Now it's $4,000 I done made. I done gave you just enough for you to go out there and not be successful. You know, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dang, I done spent all this money. And what did they teach you?
To get motivated.
But you go to Coach Trina or whatever, you're going to go out there with a whole business. Now, she ain't going to hold your hand. Right. You know what I mean? And you have some people that feel like, okay, well, I ain't got no clients. What's got to do with me? You know what I mean? But they want you to do everything for them. But some people got to, you know, you got to get out there and do it on your own. Or you got people to try to, they call it. I've had family and friends that go around us. Mm-hmm. Now, why would you go call her when the goat's here? And they'll tell them, what are you calling me for? I don't know. They, you know, she the one to turn us on, but they don't want to. They rather go to them because they don't want to pay. So then, or they'll do it themselves. They'll go to ChatGPT, get all these files and procedures, get it done, and then they'll call me instead of her. Hey, can I take you to lunch? I just need to know. I don't know how to bill. I don't know how to get clients. So how'd you get your files? Well, I did it myself. I told you to go to. Well, you know. But she charges. What do you think I'm going to do? So I learned to be like, nah, you got to call Trina.
Yeah, call Trina.
Make that money back quick.
Right.
Call Trina. She on bus stops, buses, airplanes, spaceships, hot air balloon. Hot air balloon. Yeah, Coach Trina. Even saw a name on a Goodyear blimp.
Don't worry about it. I just got me a suitcase. When I go through the air, they be like, who's that? Coach Trina. Come on.
Man. So last question, what's the vision for the Indy Bosses? Where you going with it? I mean, you expanding, you looking for more people, or?
So our vision for Indy Bosses, first of all, this Saturday is our red carpet premiere. So we are excited about that because we're about to get cute and walk down this red carpet before we can show our first episode. Right now we have about 275 people that's already is going to be in the building. We got Yandy Smith going to be in the building. We got Kim going to be in the building. So we have different people, media. Everybody's going to be in the building on Saturday. And on Saturday night, we're doing a casting call for male. We're looking for 2 males to be a part of Indy Bosses. So at our after
y'all
party,
better be lucky I ain't in Indianapolis. I'll be on there.
You be on that thing, huh?
Yeah. And I think the bigger, if that was the answer question you were looking for, the bigger thing is to expand to other states, Midwest states, Ohio Bosses, Chicago Bosses, Kentucky Bosses. You know what I mean? Because they're successful too.
They are.
You know what I mean? But they don't get the recognition that
So you want to
bigger
brand
cities.
it, like brand the bosses
and move it.
and
So then now they got somebody to look up to. They got something to watch on TV. You know what I mean? Because like here, I don't know, probably Chicago wasn't that, but I don't know, you wasn't from here, but us, on Friday night, it was Sammy Terry. Sammy Terry was our celebrity. He never left Indiana. Sammy Terry was
who was Sammy Terry?
It was the guy.
You got to look him up.
I cried every time it came on because I was scared of him.
What's Sammy
But
Terry?
But he was a violin teacher here in the city, and he had it was almost like Fright Night. Yeah. So he would come out and he'd that was it for me. I was done after that one. So he would have this outfit on. He'd paint his face.
Spanguli?
No.
That's Spanguli.
Not
You remember
really. I've heard of him.
Okay.
But it was Sammy Terry, and then he would do his little spiel, and then the scary movie, a black and white scary movie come on. It'd be the corniest movie. Yeah. But I'm already done scared from Sammy Terry talking. So, he was our local celebrity here in the city. And then we had Cowboy Bob. Remember Cowboy Bob? The dog would stop.
How long ago was this, man? What was this?
This was when we was young.
Okay, okay.
So they was like our celebrities here.
Gotcha.
In the city. You know what I mean? Chicago's different. You had Buddy Guy. You had all the blues singers. Y'all had abundance of talent. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's a bigger city, too.
Yeah, well, I'm from Gary, so, I mean,
right,
I live in Illinois, but,
Jackson's
we just had a big,
artists, rappers, you know what I mean? But, here, I think we crab in a barrel.
Okay.
We were like,
now, would you say that now? Would you say that now?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. But,
well, I know you guys are, but I'm just saying. But
it's still crab in the barrel. They do not want to see you successful.
No, they don't. They don't want to see you
It's still the crab in the barrel. That's why it's no success here, because we don't support each other. Mm-hmm. We'll get more support outside than we will from our inner community. Just because.
You agree? Y'all.
I feel like 275 people is a lot, but for the inner city, we should have way more people here
in the building
than that supporting us. 275 people.
That's probably because they didn't believe in it.
So one of the things I think people feel like, oh, the tickets are $100. I'm like, we spend $100 if we go to out to eat or to a club clean. But we're feeding you. We're showing you the first episode, Indy Bosses. So you can't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Coach Trina I've been to your events.
But that's Indy Bosses. But that's Indianapolis for us. But so even the fact that, we have the 275 and they probably still buying tickets right now to 8:00 tonight. But the fact that people are coming out. This is what I said on my thing. I said, God gonna have in the room who he needs in the room, because everybody not supposed to be there and see this episode. Absolutely. So if we have 500 people, I'm okay.
Trust me, once it gets online, they gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah.
They might not tell you they watch it.
Just to be nosy. They gonna watch it to be nosy.
You've been on social media. You put something on social media, and they won't hit a like, won't hit a share.
But I got 1,000 views.
But when they see, hey Corey, I seen when you and your daughter was in the car. Say, but you didn't like it. How did you see it? Right. Or it'd be somebody you're not even friends with. Yeah. But they're watching you. You know what I mean? They're watching you, but they're never
funny too on social media. You be posting some cool stuff. you funny, man. I be like, Stacey the own one. Man, but look, man, it's been real. I'm gonna just get some last words, final thoughts from you, Nicole.
No, I don't have any last words. Just be on the lookout for Indy Bosses.
And let us know where we can find you at.
You can find me on all social media platforms as Nikki D Boutique. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, live at everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We on Facebook. I don't think we on.
What's
Touched by Two.
Touched by Two.
Yeah. Personal care services. And then Neely Part 1, Neely Part 2 on Instagram.
Dominique Neely, Danielle Neely on Facebook, TikTok.
But don't do too much.
And I just want to be positive. I want to say, y'all, keep God first. Like we said, we never thought we'd be here. It was all God's willing, and meeting a good old, strong black sister. She did her thing.
Yeah. But faith without works is dead. You ladies are very impressive. Your backgrounds, I've read about you, and that's very impressive. So you worked to be here,
That's right. That's
so
right.
definitely congratulations on all your success. Any last words?
What are the famous words of my son? Favor ain't fair. You know what I mean? So I think we've been favored. And, you know, it's not fair to some people, but hey, we ain't, you know, we didn't do it ourselves. You know what I mean? So it was just one thing that was given to us, and now we're supposed to give it out to everybody else.
Yeah.
So.
And my last word is that, God said I wouldn't put more on you than you can bear. So I believe that everything that he's given me, somebody said, Trina, would you do it again from the beginning? I'll do it all over again because I just know where we're going. I see where we're going. And I'm just excited just to see the outcome. Even all my bosses that are part of Indy Bosses, they were handpicked to be a part of Indy Bosses. So we had a lot of people that, came to the audition. And a lot of people have something to say, but everybody that's a part of Indy Boss was a part of Indy Boss and handpicked for a reason. And everybody else that had great, I would say a background and bosses and things like that, just the one God put in place and put on our heart, them was the ones that were picked. So
There was really no favoritism. We had a point system. Everybody had their own opinion. They made their points, added the points up. Now, every once in a while, the points would be kind of off a little bit, so we would kind of adjust to that, but really, we went by a point system. You know what I mean? We all sat down collectively. It was like, 7 or 8 of us. Mm-hmm. You know, you write your numbers down, then we give it to somebody. They go put the calculator, get them together. Okay, then we put them in order. And then we'll see what fits, with the show. Because some people, even though you might have a good storyline or you might have a good success story, you might have a good interview, but are you a good fit for the show? What can you bring to the show? Or does somebody gonna want to watch you? If somebody want to see Corey, you know what I mean? That's how you had to look at it. We had some people that felt like they had arrived. No, they come to see me, so I'm gonna be on here. And then when they didn't make it, there was a little disappointment, and it wasn't nothing personal. It was it just wasn't the fit. Now, we're not saying it won't ever be a fit. You look at Love and Hip Hop, they've had, 15, 20 different seasons. And then if you look at and go to Wikipedia, it'll show the different seasons. You had Peter Guns on season 6. Or, you'd have different people. But, man, I forgot he was even on there. Yeah. Everybody has their time. Everybody has their season. Yeah. Who's to say that, Trina may walk away the second season and, like Shani from Basketball Wives. She really wasn't, on there. Then they, just everything adjusted. So I think a lot of people, even with the cast members, I think some of them are being impatient because it's just the way things flows. It's got to flow right. You know what I mean? Everything's got to work, I guess, the way God wants it to work.
And I think just being in a position as cast members, sometimes if you've never been on a reality TV show, you don't know how things work. Like, they be like, well, Coach Trina, you the executive director, but I'm not the writer. And my writer writes the story, and it has to blend, and it has to be right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a storyline, and the storyline has to match. And, just trying to get people to understand, your time is going to come. Be patient. I promise you it's going to come. And sometimes we, as people, we want the front instead of, plotting people on and supporting people until it's our time. And sometimes that's a struggle, even being in my seat, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I enjoy it. I think no matter what, as many cast members as we got, because we got a lot of them. Yeah. But Indy Bosses is about to take off. Right now we on, what is it called? IMDb already. Yeah, so we are excited about that, and we're just excited to see, what networks go pick us up, because we're going to get picked up.
Oh, absolutely.
Works without what? Faith without works is what?
Dead. That's right.
What do you say? Clockhead.
Well, I'm glad I got the exclusive. Y'all do me a favor on 3. I want y'all to say Indy Bosses. 1, 2, 3.
Indy Bosses.
1, 2, 3.
Indy Bosses.
1, 2, 3.
Indy Bosses.
Yeah. So, man, it's your man, Corey Williams, a.k.a. CINO. You've been tuned in to another 5-fire episode of Convo with CINO. This is what happens when hustle, faith, and passion comes together. You got the Indy Bosses. We out.